Hey guys, welcome to this channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through world's first ChatGPT alternative, which is open source, that is free to use. So the company that built it is called Together. It's a decentralized cloud for artificial intelligence, open scalable Together. It talks about how it will enable researchers, developers, and companies to leverage and improve artificial intelligence with an intuitive platform combining data, models, and computation. It talks about how its mission is to create computational abundance to advance technologies that will benefit the society. Now, I'm not going to go through the whole website itself. You can see the team that put together is also listed here. But what I'm going to be specifically talking about today, OpenChatKit, which is the open source alternative to ChatGPT, specialized for general purpose chatbots for various applications. So if you open this blog here, and you'll be able to kind of land somewhere here, which kind of talks about the OpenChatKit. You can go through these items, but I'm just going to cover the 4 key components. So it's a GPT Neo X 20 billion with over 43 million instructions on 100% carbon negative. Gives you customization, recipes, or templates to fine tune the model to achieve accuracy for your own task. Retrieval system enabling you to augment bot responses from a document repository, etc. A moderation model that can block out or filter out things that you'd want to filter out in the responses. One important thing to notice is that it has 20 billion parameters compared to ChatGPT, which has 175 billion parameters. So in that sense, the model is way smaller than ChatGPT, but this is open source and it's only poised to scale from this point. Now you can go ahead and click on try it out, and it will open a Hugging Face where you can play around with the model, and we're going to be playing around in just a bit. But let's quickly take a look at a couple of examples. This is one of the things that the bot can do for you is extraction, where you just give out some text and you tell it to put this together in a table format, and you can see how it's kind of done that. You can go ahead and read those out as well, but there are a bunch of different examples where it can summarize the data in a paragraph. You can see it can extract the information in tables, and then it can classify text based on sentiment, right? So it can understand if something is a positive sentiment or something is a negative sentiment. Right? That in mind, let's just try it out. So when this pops out, they will obviously ask you to agree to policies, and what that basically says that it's a new model. It's a new model, so it's poised to make mistakes, and that the decision shouldn't be made on the output of the model, similar to what you might have done for ChatGPT. Now we'll take a look at all of these examples here. The first one is the database. So it says create a table of largest cities in the USA, include city name, state, and population. Let's do that for a different country. I'm going to do it for India. It's taken 2011 into census, which is not correct, but you can see it's went ahead and kind of created this summary for me. Next it can do is extraction, where you give a bunch of text, and you can see how it's kind of created table extracting relevant information from the table itself. It understands what is performance. So you see it will achieve the performance of 30 ms, 60 ms. So it's kind of segmented those into different columns. It can summarize and have a dialogue. So you put a paragraph and it says that summarize the above into single paragraph. It went ahead and kind of summarized it in a paragraph, and then you can also have follow-up questions with the bot itself. Question answering, where you can just ask certain facts and then it will go ahead and give those out for you. Again, it seems like the model is not too updated. It hasn't necessarily mentioned where here it has data, but seems that the model is not very updated right now. Then you can do sentiment analysis, where you just put the sentence and the model to guess the sentiment, and it will do either positive, negative, depending on what it also has neutral. Let's try it here. P sad, not sure why. Let's see what kind of output it throws out. This is a positive sentiment. Sentiment is even hard for me to understand, so I wouldn't blame the model. Let's try changing the position of sad and happy. It still says positive, so it's just taking the keyword happy. Anyhow, let's take a look at the other ones. So email summarization, you put in the email with the subject line, and it can summarize in one sentence what the email is trying to say and explain it like M5, which kind of creates an easy summary of what you're trying to understand. Question and answering, where you put up a paragraph and then you ask subsequent questions. It will answer those questions for you by referring the paragraph. Travel advice, top 5 places to visit in San Francisco. Then you can do a follow-up question on either of those suggestions to kind of get more answers on that. Then there is bash scripting, I think is code that it can generate for you. You can also write a short letter, and finally you can ask certain financial questions more on the lines of, I think, math. If total debt is 20 million, my asset is 10 million, what is the financial leverage ratio? Yeah, so pretty interesting. it can also kind of break it down in steps for you. So pretty interesting. A lot of what you do on ChatGPT, and this is bound to disrupt the revenues that currently OpenAI is making from the model itself. Primarily because this has the ability to kind of just take off the shelf similar to Stable Diffusion, train it on your specific use case, and then serve it out to the end users depending on the need itself. There are more use cases the model will be able to solve in the future, and it will get better over time. While it today supports 20 billion parameters versus 175 of ChatGPT, be a weird kind of shock for the Microsoft team couple of days before they announced GPT-4. So really excited what future holds. Maybe the cost of ChatGPT will go down in the future because of these open source models. But really excited to see what. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much.